Hey, what's happening, YouTube? Back at it again. I want to do a quick review on these digital products I bought off Amazon real quick. First of all, I'm not a reviewer, so you're not going to be hearing a whole bunch of terms like neutral and undersided neutral and all this other bullshit mumbo jumbo that a lot of these reviewers on YouTube say. I'm not going to be saying all that. I'm going to tell you how I feel and what I like. So what I did was I needed a preamp to go with the 2-channel amplifier that I have, all-com amplifier, which is a little bit older. So I bought this Fosi P4 preamp to work with that amp, and it sounded amazing. The preamp is a very good preamp. You know, it comes from Amazon out of China. It has 3 inputs, no coaxial, no optical. It don't have a subwoofer output. It does have a tone defeat in the back. You can turn off the tone and without having a separate bass and treble, even though it does have separate bass and treble that I like. And that was the reason why I bought it. For 100 something odd bucks, it wasn't a bad little preamp. I really love this thing. And after most of my music is digital, so of course I got to get me a new DAC, and I already have a DAC, but I had to get me a new DAC just to try it out. And this I find Zen Dac is an amazing DAC for $129. It's a headphone DAC, amplifier, and DAC. But I just use it as a DAC because I don't actually have headphones. I have, Bluetooth headphones. But it is an amazing DAC. The sound that comes out of that thing is outstanding. For $129, you cannot beat it. If you ever go buy yourself a new headphone DAC, that would be the one I would recommend. So then I said, well, let me try this amplifier because my all-com amplifier is a little bit older. It's probably 15 years old. So I wanted to see what the new digital amps, and I brought the Topping Mini 300 Stereo DAC. And let me tell you, that thing blew my mind. It just blew me away. I couldn't believe how well it sounds, how much detail you get out of it. The lows, the bass that just drives my Polk Audio S55 speakers, which are 89 dB. So you need a little bit of a oomph to drive them. And I was impressed, completely impressed with the sound that comes out of it. Just the 3 products I have here. And if you think about it, this is basically an integrated amplifier when you put all 3 of these together. But that's basically what I have here. And then I made them with my iPad. So I play a lot of music on Apple Music, satellite radio. So a lot of my music is digital. So I ran that through my little dongle here, run that to the DAC, and the DAC analog into the preamp, and this is giving me all the power. Each one of these have their own volume button, but I try to keep them in the middle and just use the volume for just the preamp. I gotta tell you, this thing really sounds good for all 3 parts together. I've had them all 3 parts roughly for about 3 weeks now, and they all sound amazing. Like I say, I made it on with my Polk Audio speakers, which aren't really hard to drive, but they need some really power to really make them sing. The biggest problem with them is they only have 5.5-inch woofers. They got 2 5.5-inch woofers and mid-bass driver and a woofer. And it really needs some kick to give them a little more power. And this little Mini 300 stereo really does the trick. I mean, it really does. Like I say, there is no optical with the iFi Zen Dac. It is just analog out, and you have a USB for the power source that goes directly into the turntable to my iPad, and it really sounds really good. I'm really impressed with it. This doesn't have any optical out. This, if you look at the back, let me see if I can get a view of the back, how I got this set up. Like I say, when it comes to the Zen, this is your power. And I just have that running. So actually the power that this is given is from my iPad. Once I plug it in, that makes this go. And I'll run that analog directly to the preamp. And then my amplifier, this is your power. Then you just have your, your standard cables that you normally have, your banana plugs. And then this is going to the preamp. Simple as that. And this thing really sings. It really sings. I'm very impressed with what I've got going here. I've been trying to find a new avenue of music. I like my digital source, but I've been trying to find a new avenue of playing music. And quite frankly, this is a nice touch. Now, I will admit that I am going to try something, other things. I got my eye on something else that I want to try. But if you're in the market of buying a preamp from Amazon, one of these, this is the Fosi P4. It is definitely worth every penny. This is your i5 Zen Dac headphone amp. For $129, I'm telling you, cannot go wrong with this thing. This thing's amazing. And then you throw in your power amp of the Topping 300 mini. Oh my God, this thing really sings, yo. The low end punch that I'm getting out of this, I was really surprised at it. The deep bass that I get from that amplifier this thing is a beast. And if it can power these guys, I'm sure it can power any speaker that's out there that has probably 80 to 90 dB efficiency. I'm pretty sure it'll probably handle them. I'm impressed. So if you're in the market for buying yourself a nice little preamp, desktop preamp, a desktop DAC, or even a desktop mini, try the Mini 300 from Topping. The $120 i5 headphones Zen Dac is definitely worth every penny. And preamp. Oh my God, the P4 is amazing. That thing is amazing. It's got separate bass and treble here in the front, so you can control the bass and treble. If you're looking at your digital source, really sounds good. You can't go wrong. Worth every penny. Like I say, I'm not gonna be giving you a whole bunch of other side of neutral and all this other stuff. That ain't gonna add. It really sounds good. Good details. Good sound that comes out of these products. If you want to buy them, I would suggest you get them. It's my review. Peace.